So if you hear a little rat-a-tat in the background, I'm washing clothes. Bear with me. Ooh, those vocals today, honey, they're not together. Let's share the screen. We talking about my wife and kids, child. And for some reason, I haven't wanted to do this video. I've been skipping this video like to my loo. Anyway, let's talk about it. My Wife and Kids is an American sitcom that ran on ABC from March 28 to March 28, 2001 to May 17, 2005. The series was produced by Touchstone Television, and it starred Damon Wayans. Here he is, Damon Kyle as Michael Kyle, the patriarch, honey, of a semi-dysfunctional upper-middle-class African-American family who rules his household with a unique and distinct parenting style, which is probably how he really runs his house. As he teaches his three children some life lessons, some of life's lessons, he does so with his own brand of humor. Wayans and veteran television writer / producer Don Rio, who has done these things, co-created and co-produced the series. Let's get on down to episodes because it ain't got a lot to say, honey. I don't know why I was dreading this, honey. It's nothing. Okay. I felt like this was gonna be a long Wikipedia. I think that's why I was dreading it. Anyway, these are the episodes that you may pause and read at your leisure. You may. And here are the characters. Let's read. Michael Richard Kyle Sr., played by Damon Wayans, who I already showed you. Michael is a father of three children. I was really finna say tree, and I did. 3 children, and the patriarch, honey, the patriarch of the family. He has been married to Jeanette Marie, J. Kyle, since age 16, child, as a result of having gotten her pregnant with their first child, Michael Kyle Jr. Michael owns an eponymous, and that word means a person, place, or thing. It's a noun, honey. You could have just said a noun. After whom or which something or someone or something is believed to be named. Trucking business that he built from the ground up, child, put up his bootstraps. He often exhibits a very interesting sense of humor and occasionally does impressions of famous people such as Don King. Mainly teaches his wife and kids valuable lessons using the method of what he refers to as Michael Kyle's signature moments, which often involve trickery, e.g., taking the family car in order to make Claire think it was stolen after he catches Claire driving it without permission. That reminds me, one time my auntie, she was 12, and she had done stole the car and was out, honey, joyriding, and my grandma, because it's my great auntie, so it's my grandma's little sister, but they 14 years apart. My grandma was like, I'm finna call the police. She going to jail. And one of the mothers at the church, God rest Mother Tillman, we loved her so. She died in 97, child. She lived, honey. She raised all of us. Mother Tillman said, we're not calling the police. Because my grandma was like, I'm calling the police on this girl, honey. Sister done stole this car. Jail. And that's where I get it from. Anyway, having him and Jay make Junior think he is hallucinating after they discover he has smoked marijuana, etc. In order to teach his kids a lesson. Katie is the only one of Michael's children who gets in the least trouble because she's little and she hasn't had the opportunity to do it. But if they reboot the show, sister's going to be doing a mess. She's going to be doing a mess. But they're not going to reboot the show because Damon Wayans said, I'm 60 and I'm tired. He also shows some impatience with not getting to a particular place on time, like myself, as seen in the season 2 episode, Get Out. A running gag in the 3rd and 4th seasons involved Michael saying, no, which is a thing my stepfather says all the time, in a nasal voice as a catchphrase, sometimes used by other characters with different variations of this phrase used. Many jokes poking fun at Michael's baldness were also made during the show's run. As the season progressed, Michael became involved in increasingly outlandish situations and often sought the advice of Katie's boyfriend, Franklin Mumford, Aloysius, when getting into a tight situation. Also, first of all, Katie, that was not her boyfriend. That was her little friend because they was like 7. Cut it out. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Also around this time, Michael often took the suggestions by Jay that he cannot do something as a shalom, making a mess of the situation in the process. Michael is often harsh on Junior as he tries to prepare him for adulthood. And Junior, no shade, I'm not for harsh parenting, but Junior needed it. Junior and Claire, unwell. Unwell. Showing little to no respect for him, mainly because of his stupidity and immaturity, period. Hold on. I'm drinking from a cup today and not from my signature bottle that I drilled a hole in to put a straw. And often mocks him. Despite this, whoever on my porch better get off. Michael is always there to support Junior when he needs him. Jeanette Marie, Kai, Jay, played by Tisha Campbell Martin, no Martin, honey. Because whoever's on my porch better get off. I don't know if you're a cat, a dog, or a child, but get from here. Who is beating? Hold on. Somebody beating on my house. Hold on. Actually, no. I was finna stop the video. Y'all just gonna have to see me leave. I better get from here. I got a bat, a gun, and a taser. Don't do it. Excuse me. How y'all doing? I'm back. Janae Marie Kyle, played by Tisha Campbell Martin, no Martin, because not only did she not be on the show Martin anymore, but she divorced her husband, whose last name was Martin. So very no Martin. She said, ain't gonna be no Martin in my life. Tisha Campbell Martin, no Martin. Janae, usually referred to her nickname Jay, is the mother of 3 children, child. Good for her. Jay's role in the series is typically to be the voice of reason for the family, including Michael. For example, when Michael evicted Junior from the house in season 3's Junior's Risky Business after catching him and his girlfriend Vanessa in Jay and Michael's bed having sex, which is something. Why would you ever be in your mama and daddy bed having sex? If you've done it, write it down in the comments why you thought that was okay. My neck is hideous, girl. It's hideous. This is what I want my neck to look like. This is what it looked like. And it's always looked like this. It's not because I'm fat now. When I was a child, my neck looked like this. This is just my neck. I'm having neck surgery. Anyway, she's the one who tries to have Michael to rethink his decision. During the series, Jay's the door popped open. I was like, why is the washing machine so loud? Hold on. I'm trying to limit how much of my body y'all see because it's not in order. So I was taking some medicine, child. You know, antidepressants make you fat. That's what happened. It's terrible. During the series, Jay's maiden name is contradicted in the season 2 episode Makeover, in which a frumpy feeling Jay gets a new look. Campbell didn't wait. What? Did I skip something? What's the reason? Campbell did not appear in 2 episodes due to her pregnancy. I don't see what that has to do with the maiden name being contradicted. This is all one sentence, but they have nothing. Am I skipping something? She returned in the episode Through Thick and Thin and seemed to have brought back some weight, much weight. and seemed to have brought back some weight, much to avoid Michael. Who wrote this? Because what does this say? She returned in the episode through thick and thin and seemed to have brought back some weight, much to avoid Michael. Was this supposed to be much to Michael's dismay? What are we saying? I'm gonna have to go watch the episode because I don't know what's going on. Her maiden name is said to be Thomas. In an earlier episode, stated her maiden name as Johnson by Michael. Because they forgot. Look, I do it all the time. I be writing these characters and I have to go back and say, no, what was her name? What's her last name, girl? Anyway, in the pilot, Jay gets a job at a stock brokerage firm. Much to Michael's chagrin. A job which she is subsequently fired from in the season 2 episode, Jay Gets Fired, where you would never guess that she would get fired in that episode. In the 4th and 5th seasons, a running gag featuring Jay often uttering a devilish laugh where she has a plan, when she has a plan, or when she thinks something is funny. Me too, girl. When the other cows witness her laughing at something that's really not funny, they sometimes give her a not funny gesture to make her stop, which I do with my parents' child. Michael Richard Jr., Kyle Jr., played by George Orgo. Ooh, it got away from me. George O. Gore II. Jr. is the only son and first child of Michael and J. Kyle. Initially, Jr. was depicted as being simply an underachieving student in the first season. His ascent into puberty was a recurring theme. Example in seasons 1, breaking up and breaking it. Junior locks himself in the bathroom repeatedly, bringing along some unusual reading material like Field and Stream, which I am not familiar with. Though not mentioned, it is possible he was hiding porn magazines in them. Though the hidden magazines are never shown, so you just speculating at this point. While in the bathroom, Junior suffers a muscle spasm to his joystick while masturbating. I hated that episode. I really did. Much to his embarrassment, when he is told by the doctor treating this by the doctor treating him when he ends up in the hospital. Terrible. One of his greatest ambitions, I can't read, in the early seasons was to lose his virginity, which after a few failed attempts does occur in the season 3 premiere. The cows go to Hawaii. Later on in Junior's risky business, in the same season, he and his girlfriend Vanessa Scott have intercourse for the first time in Michael and Jay's bed, which is, again, that is a crime, which gets Junior evicted from his bedroom and the Kyle house. Though after some prodding by Jay to get him to change his mind, Michael allows Junior to live in the house again, but he winds up living in a makeshift bedroom in the garage. Michael turned Junior's old room into a personal room for himself. Junior's physical, personal, and mental gaffes traits served and reoccurring. Served and reoccurring jokes in the show. The N and the S are not even close to each other on the keyboard. From season 2, the size of Junior's head becomes the subject of laughter for the family and the viewing audience because, wow, he had one of them hook heads. My sister got one too. Hey, Lauren. Tisha Campbell Martin's character, Gina Waters, was the subject of many big head jokes on her previous sitcom, Martine. In the season 3 episode, Sister Story, like this is really just a synopsis of the show. We're really not talking about Junior at this point. We just recalling episodes. Sister Story. Michael's sister says Junior has his mother's head. From season 3 onward, Junior is usually portrayed as an imbecile. In the season 2 episode, Junior Cowboy Genius, in which his idiocy first becomes a major plot point, Junior loses points on his actual SAT exam, which was mistakenly switched with that of an unrelated, higher scoring classmate named Michelle Kyle by misspelling his name as Junyor instead of Junior. They needed to get that boy some help. Get him a tutor. Other examples of Junior's less than intelligent moments include mispronouncing words such as dumb, psychology, and hors d'oeuvres as dumb, less than intelligent. As Dumby, physiology, and horse the ovaries. I don't understand. Like, I understand if you have read the words hors d'oeuvres. Most people don't be reading the word hors d'oeuvre. Most people hear the word hors d'oeuvre. I don't know the way they portray Junior, I don't think he's reading anything with the word hors d'oeuvre in it. So for him to have gotten horse the ovaries, the joke was lame. His low intelligence is on full display when Michael suggests that Junior name his baby after him. Junior wondered out loud, why would I name it Dad? Michael's impatience with Junior's lack of intelligence often got him slapped on the back of the head, though occasionally other family members did this to him as well. Oh, this is long. This is why I dreaded it. This is why. Despite this, he does display some savant-like characteristics. For example, Junior knows the facts that human having opposable thumbs separates the human species from animals, which is not a savant-like characteristic at all. That's just a thing we know. Everybody knows that. He also successfully built the jungle gym for Katie, although he accidentally got his head stuck between the bars after it was completed, and is very talented when it comes to drawing. Why is there a comment there and then a capital? This aspect of Junior's character was highlighted heavily when they coordinated with ABC to develop an animated series. It was a parody of the series. I don't know nothing about it. Even though Michael's negotiations with ABC executives backfire, it ends up as a series of webisodes. In the season 3 episode Graduation, Junior reveals to Michael and Jay that he and his girlfriend Vanessa were going to become teenage parents, much like what occurred with Michael and Jay when they were 16 years old. Their child, a boy named Michael Richard Kyle III, or Junior, was born in the season 4 episode The Baby. Junior is heavily involved in comic books and also fluent in Klingon language, which is not really a language, honey. I don't know why the nerds be calling it a language. Claire Marie Kyle, played by Jazz Ray Cole, who is the sickening, icon moment. Who, we know her. Let me pull her up because we know Jazz. This little honey from the Quad. I was so excited to see her in the Quad. I was like, yes, ma'am, girl. This is what she had looked like on My Wife and Kids. Is this her child? Anyway. But yeah, when I saw Jazz Ray Cole on the Quad, I was like, okay, yes, now I'm gonna watch it. In season 1. And then they just did not have another Claire. But if they would have had one, it would have been Jennifer Freeman. Claire is the middle child of Michael and Jeanette Kyle. In the first season, how long is this? Okay. Because I was going to say, y'all can read this on your own, but I read it. In the first season, Claire was a sweet, friendly preteen who went through typical growing pains, such as having her first crush, wanting her first bra. I never wanted a bra. Never. And feeling embarrassed or irritated by her parents. After Jennifer Freeman took over the role, which we don't acknowledge, in the series' second season, Claire was rapidly aged from 12 to 14, and her personality noticeably changed. She is depicted as an innocent, naive young girl who behaves in a superficial and vain way, though she is never vicious or intentionally mean. In the season 2 episode LettiNGO, listen to some Janelle Monáe today. Claire begins dating Tony Jeffers, whom, with the exception of a short-lived breakup in the season 3 episode, Claire's new boyfriend, after Michael says that he approves of Tony leading Claire to briefly date a boy nicknamed 1040 Easy. She remains with Tony for the rest of the series. The season 3, these run-on sentences are killing me. The season 3 episode of Samba Story began a running gag, which involved Claire running into things, falling downstairs, or generally being ditzy. In season 3's Here Comes the Judge, Claire becomes a vegetarian at Tony's urging. Although this isn't referenced in further episodes, Claire's middle name was revealed to be Molly after her mother in the episode He Said, She Said, which we don't care. Why are they telling us these for middle and maiden names, child? Katie, Melissa, Jenny, Spilk, and Kyle, played by Parker McKenna Posey. Now, she got a picture. She grew up to be very beautiful. She was a cute kid, and she grew up to be a cute adult, and I think that's wonderful because everybody don't have that testimony. I know I don't. The younger daughter and youngest overall of the Kyle children. Katie is the precious one, commonly referred to as the cute one, which really does put a complex on your children. Don't do that. In seasons 1, Making the Grade, Katie is shown to be able to speak multiple languages as the then 5-year-old sings Izzy Busy Spider in Spanish and Swahili as well as English. At times, Katie is aspired to be like Claire, doing all sorts of things like wanting to spend time with her at the mall, which that's how little sisters are. Although portrayed as sweet and polite, she can also be quite cunning and mischievous, like spilling Junior's drink when he is being rude to her, or letting Claire be falsely accused of stealing nail polish from a department store when Katie was the one that took it. I know that's right, Katie. In season 3, Katie tries to hang on to her status as the baby of the family by acting younger than her age, and it's like, girl, you the baby anyway. Until Michael and Jay explained to her in her role, to her in the episode Blackout, what do I be reading? That it is actually more irritating than cute. The same season, she begins dating child prodigy Franklin Montfort child. In the earlier seasons, Katie's doll, Little Pippi, made minor appearances in several episodes. I don't know why that's relevant to what we're talking about today. Franklin Aloysius Montfort, played by Nora Gray Cabby, who grew up to be buff, very buff. This almost what he looked like on My Wife, child. But we finna pull him right on up here so y'all can see what happened to this boy. He has gotten birth, child. Look at this. Look at Franklin. Look at Franklin. With your eyes, look. That's Franklin, girl. Child. Franklin Aloysius. Child, I tell you what. In seasons 4 and 5, he was recurring in season 3. Franklin is Katie's playmate and quote-unquote boyfriend, first introduced in season 3's Jay the Artist. Franklin is a child protege, which is true. Noah Gray Cabby is actually a child prodigy, who is very skilled at playing the piano, which usually amazes first-time listeners, and is generally very intelligent, so much that he had accomplished attending and graduating from Harvard University by age 7. Franklin has very strong feelings for Katie and sees her as his everything, which at 7 years old is weird. Very weird. He is also good friends with Michael, despite not being equals. He loves Katie with all of his heart. He's 7. Often says poetic comments to Katie, which often lead Jay to slap Michael across the shoulder asking, why can't you be more like Franklin? Running gags involving Franklin include him uttering, isn't she great? Anywho, or however. In a drawn out tone when he's trying to change the subject, or when he sees that he is talking with someone less than intelligent, like Michael Jr., both Michaels really. The segue was also used by the other Kyle family members, usually Michael on occasion. It's true. Franklin has a younger sister named Arisa, honey, played by Jemiah Simone Nash, which we could get a better picture. She's the little girl that was on Oprah talking about, I keep on falling in. She's the little, y'all remember the little girl that kept singing Alicia Keys' Falling everywhere? I think she was on Oprah and Ellen. She was just everywhere singing that little song, child. I think she also played young Fantasia in Fantasia movie. Let's see what she looked like now. Jemiah Simone. They could do her better. See, y'all remember her. This must be what she looking like now, but y'all remember her? Now, I want you girls to stop with that highlight. She's a beautiful girl, beautiful. This right here is a mess. That's a mess. It's just her. That ain't her, honey. That's that other dancing girl from TikTok, dancing and singing. Here she go on Oprah. That baby was singing her heart out. She don't know what she was singing about. Not her with Mary J. Blige, child. I know that's right. Mary looks good, honey. But anyway, yeah. She was everywhere singing, child. When let's find it. See, let's look. Here she is again, singing the Star Spangled Banner. She's like 1 year old. And another thing, I want y'all to stop saying 1 year old, because one is a year. It's not two. It's not multiple. 1 year old. Thank you. Oh, she's 25. She's grown. Okay, I know that's right. Let's go to her Wikipedia, because I think she played Little Fantasia. Filmography. Half and Half as Jemiah. Seventh Heaven is Haley. Seventh Heaven is another show that I hate that the daddy on there turned out terrible, because I used to love me some Seventh Heaven. My Wife and Kids is Aretha. Romeo, girl, Romeo was a good show, child. We need to talk about Romeo. Chantel. The Backyardigans, as Unique was singing voice. I know that's right, honey. We're going up. That's the little Einsteins. Into the Thick of It. Jack's Big Music Show. I used to watch Jack as Jemiah. Life is Not a Fairy Tale, the Fantasia Brino story as young Fantasia Brino. I know that's right. I knew me something. She was on the Young and the Restless. Good for her. Let's look at her discography. Okay, she released the EP. I might have to check it out independently. I know that's right, girl. I know that's right. She credited as Jemiah's featured on the song Haunted from the deluxe version of Fantados. Okay, album Side Effects of You. I'm gonna have to find. I don't think I've ever heard the deluxe version, but I love that album. I'm looking for a cure to pull me through. Yeah, we love Fantasia. Who is a very good singer, although Franklin believes that Katie is a better one, which is just not true. But we love the musical aspect of the family, because Noah, Franklin Aloysius could play down. He could play that piano down, and then Aretha sang down. It was cute. Michael tells him in season 3's Sharon's Picture that because he is in love with Katie and Aretha is just his sister, he is certainly going to find anything that Katie does to be superior to his annoying little sister, because he is a genius. I don't know why I thought reading these to you was going to be a good idea, because I can't read, but y'all can go over here and read it yourself. Because he is a genius and has already graduated from Val, Franklin was able to coach Michael and Junior on how to deliver Junior's fiance, Vanessa's baby, because of his vast medical knowledge. But it don't say he went to Harvard Medical. He just knows medicine. He looked like he was going to grow up to be a Republican like Ben Carson. I'm not even going to lie to you. Franklin seemed like he would have grew up to be a Republican. Frank never seemed to have trouble fitting in with other children his own age, but the main focus with Franklin was the back and forth advice shared between Michael and Franklin. Vanessa Scott Kyle, who was originally played by Megan Good, who is newly single. I want her to pop out with a WNBA girlfriend. I do. Recurring. Season 3. And then played by Brooklyn Sudano, who was the daughter of Donna Summer. I knew that. I don't remember her being Megan Good, to be honest. Vanessa is Junior's girlfriend, who was first introduced in the season 3 episode Junior's Risky Business, and whom Junior sees as the greatest girl in the world. Though disapproving, Jay believed Vanessa had an agenda with Junior. At the end of the first part of the 2-part episode, Junior and Vanessa decide to make love for the first time, a decision which gets, we've talked about this so many times already. We're coming home from watching the opera performance, blah, 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 girl. Vanessa explains to Jay that she is truly in love with Junior. Later in the third season finale, Graduation, she and Junior break the news to Michael and pregnant, the baby, Michael Jr., blah, 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 Junior. Tony Jeffers, played by Andrew McFarlane. They had to bring a white onto the show. Tony is Claire's boyfriend. Wait, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong McFarlane. Is he white? Let's find out. A 1, a 2, 3, crunch. Oh no, this is a Negro. I was getting my McFarlane's confused. Let's take a look. How's he? What's he up? See, I was not wrong to think he was a white man. Look at all these white men playing Andrew. This is what he looked like on the show. It is. I remember now. I remember Tony. He looked like he ain't either he ain't aged or he ain't took no new pictures. This look a little older. I got a little older. Oh, he sings, honey. Okay, stream his music. Y'all stream Andrew. He better wear this deep cut shirt, child, trying to be like me with that little peak of shoulder out. It's ugly though. Anyway, seasons 2 through 5. Tony is Claire's boyfriend for the majority of the show's run. In season 2, Let It Go, he was depicted as not being very bright because everybody was stupid on this show and virgins, sexually inactive because of his religious beliefs. Though his subsequent appearances depict him as not a nice Christian teenager, though Michael often thought that Tony had an agenda, that he is really using this as a ruse to try to trick Claire into having intercourse with him. Tony's actual demeanor and what Michael thought Tony was really like had Michael refer to him in the season 2 episode Papa Said Knock You Out as a religious Eddie Haskell. Not this was Beaver. I was like, I know his face is Beaver. Not still the Beaver. When did they put that at? Whatever. Is he living? I'm just all over the place at this point. Let's open a new tab. Eddie, who was played by Ken. Let's go to Ken. Okay, Ken, you've aged, but I understand. Oh, he died last year. Ain't nobody called Jesus. Beaver done transition and we had no idea. Wait, Eddie is not Beaver. Eddie was on Beaver. Anyway, Eddie done died, y'all. Lord Jesus. We living in perilous times. Wait, 2020 wasn't even last year. That was year 4 last. Still didn't nobody call. No one. Although Tony and Claire announced to Michael and Jay that they were thinking about having sex in season 3 episode, there was a lot of parent teenager talk about intercourse that I never had with my parents' child. Never. The Big Bang Theory, which does not happen, as Tony saw that a Bible was in the drawer in the hotel room. You know, they stopped putting Bibles in the hotel. We was at a hotel down in Miami the other month, child, and wasn't a Bible to be found in the room. I was like, now, what if I love Jesus? That was in the drawer in the hotel room. They were going to lose their virginity, and it was a sign from God. Then, not knowing that all hotels have copy of the Bible. Did. But now the Bible ain't even in there. Y'all can have, you see what they could do. They can have a mini Bible, a mini Quran, a mini Torah, you know, just something for everybody. I understand that everybody don't read the Bible, and that's cute for you. That's fine. I maybe want to be in the hotel reading the Bible or the Torah or the Quran. Michael's beliefs about Tony were never the case. Tony often sought ways to prove his devotion and purity to God using extreme measures, such as fasting for 8 days and wearing a handmade religious hat. What is a religious hat? To get the approval of God. Now, this is what I'm picturing. This is the handmade religious hat. Tony was wearing this very hat that you can get on Especially Yours, which is it's a magazine that comes to the house in my granny house, I think. Anyway, Tony was wearing one of these. See, it's got a little piece up there. It's got a little piece. This is the Flare and Stripes church hat by Lisa Renee Black Label. And you can get, it's a sale, honey. They got $20 off, so it's $129.99 at this point. It's a grand ribbon style church hat with a tall flared crown, jeweled fabric trim, glam stone embellishment, and a 5.5-inch brim, child. One size, so you better have the size. Your head better be the size. It only come in one color. I was gonna say we got options, child, and it only comes in average. Okay. Uh-oh. Lord, it's no longer available, but they got wigs. Come on, Felicity. I done got off track. But Felicity is giving it. They can't show me black. Can they show me gray? No. Oh, you better pose. Yes, Gordon Hunty. Oh, he's gray. Okay, gray is cute, Felicity. It's cute. That's all they can show us. Ash gray with platinum silver. I know that's right, child. And it's only $29. They done took $40 off. Y'all better come over here and get Felicity wig by Especially Yours. Child, yes, ma'am, girl. Let's look at the overview. Oh, that's a long. It's just a curly wig, y'all. You can read this at your own time. Anyway, let's go back to I have sidetracked, child. Let's go back to handmade religious hat to get the approval of God, which backfired. I guess God smited him. How it's gonna backfire? Child. Whenever Claire is breaking up with him or he falsely thinks she has broken up with him, he often wails. I wail too. In season 3, here come the judge. Here come the judge. Hello, judge. Welcome. There he is. It is revealed that his real name is Honest. And Tony is his middle name. His parents set him up. In the season 1 episode, Breaking Up and Breaking It, Andrew McFarlane, the actor who played Tony, also played the role of Roger, another boy with a crush on Claire. These are the recurring. We've done too much. Raven was in there one time and she thought she was pregnant as well, but I don't think she was reoccurring. She was a special guest star, honey. But anyway, these are you can read it on your own. Ella Joyce. Oh, she was on Rock. Okay, I never saw Rock, but I heard it was good. Okay, Lester, Phil Reeves. Okay. Not Rudy. I know that's right, Rudy. Yes, honey. Capital R-U, capital D-E-E. Caramia. This one of the sisters. Damon Jr., who looked just like his daddy. Just like his daddy. Liliana, mommy. Okay, she was Jessica Baker in Too Cheaper by the Dozen movies. Okay, cute. I like the Cheaper by the Dozens and the original. Come on, DeRay. Capital D-E, capital R-A-Y, very much like capital R-U, capital D-E-E. Todd Lynn and Sean Whaley. Anyway, it went into syndication, child. Y'all can read this on your own. It went into home media, child. Here's the reception and season ratings. It had done dropped by season 5, child. Dropped. It was no longer in the 2 digits in the mid. Oh, okay. The first season also was low. Here go the accolades. Who is Big Bang Thornton? Anyway, he won. Yeah, these. You can read them on your own. They won some Negro awards. People's Choice, and some Prism, and they was nominated for Teen Choice and Satellite. They got a, who is Jessica Sarah? Whatever. Guest starring young actress, 10 or under. Okay, well, good for her, honey. Anyway, and you can read the references if you want to, but I never do. So that was my wife and kids, child. Period. If you enjoyed it, like it, honey. Like the video, comment, subscribe. Do all these things. These are what the YouTubers say to do. I'm not bald-headed, by the way. My hair is just braided down. Anyway, I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Peace. But just with these fingers. Peace. So that I can hold my drink.